Okay, future me is going to be so proud of present day me for upping my 401k contributions. But present me is side-eyeing future me really hard right now because of this paycheck. October is looking real spooky right now and not in the fun Halloween kind. So come watch me budget for the first half of October when my rent is trying to cosplay as my entire paycheck. This should be interesting. If you're new here, my name is Rachel. I live in the Tampa Bay area. I rent this lovely apartment. I am an empty nester. Both of my daughters are grown and gone and doing their own thing. I have a 23-year-old daughter that has my grandson, and then a 20-year-old daughter that's in the Army, living her best single, fit, fab, child-free life right now. I am a dog mom to a cute little French bulldog, and I love featuring her on my channel here. She is the light of my life right now. I'm a corporate employee. I make about $70,000 a year prior to taxes. Paid off my car in 2023. I currently have two debts. I have credit card debt that has a balance of about $3,100 and student loan debt that has a balance of about $89,500. I've got my laptop here and we're gonna get into this budget. Like I said, it is September, but we are budgeting for the first half of October because I won't get paid until after rent is due. So we've got to use this paycheck to cover for rent. After taxes, after my 5% contribution to my 401k and $200 into my Roth IRA, I am bringing home to budget with $1,909.47. And before we dive into the expenses, if you want to use the exact same budgeting template that I am using currently and have been using for the last 9 months and has helped me pay down my credit card debt from $14,000 to $3,100. It has helped me build up my high yield savings account from about $4,000 to $10,500. You can grab my budgeting template. It will be in the description of this video. I also have a video when you go to checkout. There's the budgeting template and there's a video, and you can watch the video and it tells you all about the budgeting template, how it works, and feel free to message me if you have any questions or want any customizations. It is only $5 also. Now let's get into the expenses, y'all. This shall be fun, as it is always when it's that time of the month for rent. My first bill up is my cell phone, and I pay $25 to Visible by Verizon every month for my cell phone plan. This doesn't include my actual payment for my phone itself. I'm on an interest-free payment plan for my cell phone that I bought with Credit, Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm. Sorry, I'm like, it's the purple app. I can't remember. Affirm, and that payment comes out the second half of the month, so that's not included. This is just for my cell phone service provider. Scout, she gets food and treats. She is on a hydrolyzed protein diet, which is like a special diet, and we get that every month from Chewy, and it is $80.05 for Scout's food and treats for the month. Groceries, I always budget $240 for groceries. That is $120 each week. Yes, that is a little bit much, maybe for a single person, but I rarely eat out and I cook everything at home pretty much, and I meal prep for the week. So to me, it's worth it to spend on the things that I know will bring me joy, the things I know I will actually eat, and barely ever any food goes to waste over here. Barely ever. And I don't buy a lot of processed foods, but I am thinking about the pizza that I have in my freezer that I got at Trader Joe's last week that I'm probably gonna make tomorrow because I have no more meal prep left. I have eaten all the food for the week. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make a pizza for tomorrow, which will be fine. I'll do half for lunch and then the other half for dinner. And then I'll get some more groceries for the week. Gas is up next, and that is $100 even, and that is $50 each week. Rent, this is part of the paycheck that I hate, because my rent is 86% of my net take-home pay for just this one paycheck. I've said that before in one of my last videos when my rent had to come out, and people were confused because I think they thought 86% of my entire take-home or my gross take-home, which 86% of one paycheck is still literally insane, I think. But that's just where we are in this economy and in Florida, and I don't even live in Tampa. Like, I live on the outskirts in a very small podunk town, and it's still really, really insane. But my rent does include water, valet trash, cable and internet, and yes, people have told me to drop the cable, but I can't. Like, I could probably tell them I don't want cable, but they're going to still charge me for it because it's through Spectrum. It's like a Spectrum is built into my bill. So cable and internet is included as well. What else is included? I think like pest control, obviously. I think that's pretty much it that's included. And my rent, I can't talk, it's going to be $1,651.05. My Hulu subscription is $1.12, and it is so cheap because I got this deal on Black Friday. So stay tuned for Black Friday again, and I will be creating another new email or using one of the 50 million I have and getting another $1.12 a monthly membership for 2026. I watch things occasionally on there, so it's worth the $1. My Apple subscription for like storage is $1.99. And then recently I decided to change things up, and I talked about it in my last video. Normally I used to put $40 every time I got paid into my Roth IRA and invest that throughout my 4 or 5 ETFs that I have. I'll put them on the screen. I can never remember. And then I decided, well, since we're going to be putting money from our paycheck, instead of putting it into the high yield savings account, we're putting it into the Roth IRA, that I would start building out fund money into my budget. So I have $40 of fund money every time I get paid, and that is $20 a week, $40 all in one day, however you want to use it, but it's pay per pay period. And this doesn't include anything from my Target paycheck or what I'm doing with my Target paycheck. If you're new here, I do work a second job. I just recently started. I work at Target 25 hours a week, and I'm using that money currently to help me pay off debt. And we are currently working on credit card debt, and then we will be working on student loan debt probably until the day I die. I'll be paying on that. Not really, but it's a lot. It's a lot. I've only been working a few weeks at Target, and I am dead dog tired by the end of the day, by the end of the week. I wake up at 5 a.m. and I sometimes don't go to bed until almost midnight just to wake up at 5 a.m. again and do the whole thing all over again. I'm really pulling some extra energy from the years I've just stayed at home and done nothing and been a homebody, depleting all the energy that I stored up for years. So all in all my expenses add up to $2,139.21. That leaves me, drum roll please, when I take my net take home minus all my expenses, I am left with a negative number. It's negative $229.74, and that is why I save money from my last pay period to help me out with this pay period. Eventually, obviously, I would like to get to a spot where I'm a month ahead or I'm saving half of my paycheck for rent. Right now, I'm just not there right now. I used to be able to save half of my paycheck one paycheck, like half from this one, half from this one, and just pay my rent. That was in like 2015 when my rent was like $800. Now my rent is literally so much money after they realized that they could tack on all these extra little fees, where I feel like they used to not do that so much in the mid and early 2000s, and now everything has a price tag. Everything. And it's literally disgusting. But, that's the world we live in these days. So, future me might be getting that 401k glow up, but present day me, yeah, she's living on negative dollars and a prayer until next payday. Worth it? Ask me in 30 years, I'll let you know. If your budget has ever made you want to flip a table, or you're also out here making spooky financial choices, smash the like button. It lets YouTube know that you're into real money talk. And subscribe. I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2025, and you'll help me get there. Plus, next payday, we do this all over again. Alrighty, I love y'all, and I will see you later. Mwah! Bye!